Burritos. We're talking with burritos. Burritos. We're talking with burritos. Burritos.
If you guys don't know, this is our 50th episode.
You're gonna say anniversary.
It was on the tip of my tongue, and I tried to like roll it off differently.
We've been doing this for 50 years.
And basically, why we're celebrating this, I guess, is just because, every year at the start of this podcast, we said every year we would go back and watch Unbreakable and then talk about it. Just because that is what spurred this on, basically, Talking with Burritos and how it really came to be. And so, Chris, tell the people. And so, I'm saying, hold on. And so, in this episode, what we're doing is actually we're going to be talking about Unbreakable. It's pretty much that's what it is. And just, about the podcast and go into a little bit of history thereof. Just a little small amount, because if you're coming on now, I don't think we have really in the new iteration.
Have talked about it?
Yeah.
No.
Like how it came to be and stuff,
I think there was like a pre-episode that you were going to post.
Yeah, but I never did. Because,
it was a lot of you going. And me and Adam being like.
It was the state of the podcast recorded back in, last year, September.
Almost a year ago.
When we decided to just launch with the three of us and relaunch everything. So, yeah. And so, we did that. And I still have that episode, too. I might put it out just for shits and giggles, but whatever. But I wanted to know, what do you remember of this coming to be?
Like, back in 2014?
Was it 14? I think it's 14.
It was 2014.
2014, because we didn't get started until 2015 February.
Yeah. Something like that. Jesus.
Yeah, February 2015 February.
Are you sure?
Is our first episode. Was our first episode. Yes, sir.
Really? Gosh.
Yeah.
Golly Gilligers.
I just remember.
That doesn't seem right, no.
No, it's 2015.
No, it's 2014 when we started, because Josh was working at the theater still.
He was working 2015.
No, he wasn't. Like, he lost his... He got fired on February 2015.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty positive.
So it's 2014?
It was 2014.
Goddamn, we don't know our own shit.
We've been almost doing this for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. Because, what's it called? Speaking of which, only started last year. Like, literally, a year ago.
Yeah.
Like, on the 24th, that'll be the anniversary of Speaking of Which. We were doing that for a year before. We were doing Talking with Burritos a year before Speaking of Which.
Oh, so shit. I guess Chris knows more than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have that right. Yeah. Oh, I guess so. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the relaunch was last year, but, like, the original was 2014.
I got you now. I feel you.
Yeah.
So what I remember is just basically us sitting around work a lot, talking.
And just chatting.
Just talking, and then someone had, like, the idea, because, at that time, I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to a lot of, like, just Kevin Smith stuff.
Yeah, you were listening to
a lot of Smodcasts. It's like everything he came out with, I was, like, listening to.
At that point, I really wasn't.
Were you?
I knew a podcast. I, like, listened to, like, a couple. Like, I listened to, like, horror casts.
Yeah.
But, like, they didn't release a lot of stuff.
Light on you, dude?
It's a little, but it's not that bad. Make it a little more like a noir film in here.
Oh, what's up, boy? I love that thing. I don't know why. I'm in fucking love with Jared Leto. Let's just go there. I really am. I just love that.
Even though he's whining about the performance.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He's not whining about. He's whining that you cut him out, bitch.
No. He's whining that this isn't what he signed on for.
That he didn't. Oh, yeah.
This
movie.
Isn't what I signed on for. This is supposed to be more artistic. Bullshit. You know what you got signed on for.
I bet you it's supposed to be more artistic.
I doubt it. I doubt that.
I think so.
I doubt that.
I think so.
With David Ayer, or is that the director's name?
Yeah, Ayer.
Ayer.
I think it was supposed to be. I think if you watch it again, if you watch it and see, you can see where they changed up some things. Where it would maybe go one direction. And I'm sorry, people, we just went to Suicide Squad, where it seems like it was going one, and then something changes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching like some parts of it. I'm like, this seems like it could be a totally different movie. But okay, I do digress.
It's David Ayer. What?
Oh, sorry.
It's not David Ayer End of Watch. It's David Ayer Sabotage. That's what I call it.
Yeah. I think there was more to it, man. I think there's a hidden gem in that movie. And I still love it. I will freaking back it, and I don't know why, but
I'll back it up too. But I saw a better Suicide Squad movie, so
yeah,
with Assault on Arkham.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna force you to watch that too this week.
The movie?
Yeah,
I think I have it.
I don't think you do.
Maybe. Okay, so we're gonna we digress a little bit there.
Yeah.
So we're going back into Talking with Burritos.
But yeah, we chatted a lot at work, and
we were chatting a lot.
I may have said something maybe along the lines of, "We should do this. We should try podcasting."
It could have been that or Josh.
One of us. It was one of us doing that.
I remember, like I think we were all having different conversations. Because with me, it was a lot of me and Josh talking, and then it's like, you know what, we should totally do this on podcast. You know, he was cool with the idea. He's like, you know, maybe we should. And then everyone, so you started talking about it with maybe Adam, and then Adam, I started talking about it. Then Josh pretty much talked about it with everyone, I think, maybe because that's just how the circle of like whoever you worked with, that's what you talked about during that time.
I talked with Adam. I wasn't really
not with Adam at that time.
At that time, because I wasn't management yet.
Oh, okay, copy that. Yeah. That's possible.
Yeah, because it was mostly me and you, and I sometimes talked with Josh.
Yeah,
whenever he was around.
Also, it's just you and I then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just knew
it was a lot of you with everybody.
Pretty much.
I think it was just you were just being a little slut.
Yeah,
getting in everyone's mouth.
That's me right there. Oh, slutty Jerry. I like that name. I want to be slutty Jerry. Damn it.
That should be your Halloween costume.
I told somebody yesterday I want to be a fuck boy. I told Jeff that. He's like, God damn it. He's like, dude, you too old to be a fuck boy. I'm like, I know. I was like, it would never happen. I never had the mentality to be a fuck boy. I really didn't. I was like, and been with her for 20 years. So, choose your own happiness, sir and ma'ams. But yeah, so we started talking about it. And then we just flirted with it for a while, I think. A lot of it was just like, we should do this. We should do this.
Yep.
We should do this. And then all of a sudden, we're like, we're going to do this. It's like, all right. And then it happened, pretty much.
It kind of came in fruition. You got it. You came up and you're like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I got the goods. I went and I purchased stuff, and my wife didn't know. But
she still doesn't know.
She does shit. She knows now. She's like, "Where the fuck all this stuff come from?" I'm like, don't ask questions. Like, just don't. Like, that's why when she like, "Oh, can I go to Maui?" I'm not gonna get upset. Like,
right. Hey,
go ahead to Maui because I went behind your back on so many things. That computer there. But so yeah, so we started out with like 2 mics, I think.
2 mics.
2 mics, 5 people. Was it like 5 people?
About like 5.
Yeah. It was Brianna was the 5th, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Because like it was like she was only on like 1 episode though, wasn't
2.
She? Like 2.
She did 2 episodes.
Sam was on more than her.
Yeah, Sam was on more. Yeah, I still got those with the Sam.
Yeah,
I love those with Sam. I really do. But then there was some I was listening back at. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Jerry. Like I noticed Sam was just getting fucking upset.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, dude, you should apologize. Because I'm like, oh man, it's horrible. Because I do that shit to you sometimes too. And I just listen back.
You know how to push people's buttons some days.
Some days,
really
yeah.
do.
Yeah. But I was like, I felt so bad because I loved speaking with her. Because she always had like terrific dialogue, Because she was always honest. Yeah. And she would just come with it. And it was always fun to debate with her, because she's very intelligent and just, she has things to say. And so I love, it's the nerds and all them episodes. She, it's so beautiful to just talk to her. But yet I noticed on some, I was like, God dang, just shut up, Jerry. Damn. Like, just let him talk. And I'm like, oh, fuck. It takes a while to learn this thing.
It does.
It, really right? Does, yeah. Just have, because especially you with speaking of which and
you
spearheading
really have
that.
to teach everybody,
Yeah.
And especially because, like, I don't have everybody wear headphones either because I think it's pointless to have everybody wear them. Like, true. One person wearing it
okay, I don't have to wear mine.
I know. Right?
I was like, where's mine at?
Like, it works with a 2-person one to do that.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, it tends to be range from, like, now 2. I know, first episode with 2 people. Oh, just recently today. Oh. Dating this episode. Kissing it. But, it ranges from 2 to, gosh, the most we had was me, Sam, Joey, Max, Joseph, Henry, Dylan. 7
I listened
people.
to some of those, like, there's a lot of freaking people in this episode.
Was the episode with the most people, was the most, like, I really love that episode.
Yeah.
But like I re-listened to it like this week. I've been listening to like random episodes. I'm like, that was a clusterfuck, but it's really entertaining.
No, yes, this is entertaining, but it was just a lot of voices.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
to try
glad
to
I've
get
dropped
around.
it down to I only want like 5 people max now.
I think it would have been better though if everyone had their own mic.
Yeah.
Because some of the off mic people can't really distinguish their voices
With
too
that
much,
one,
so it would blend into the
also,
lower
with,
frequencies.
With a new location, it's a lot tighter now.
True. Yeah.
Because,
So
like,
you have
At my
less
mom's
reverb.
place, it would be in the living room, so it'd be pretty well spread out.
Yeah.
You know, I put the couches as close as I could,
Yeah.
but we were still pretty spread out.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's place isn't the most. It's easy to be spread out kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at my apartment, I just have the mic center, have everyone get as close as close as well.
Yeah.
And it works out as best as I can.
That's good.
I still haven't needed to use more than one mic.
Oh, really?
I still only use one mic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Used to.
Whatever.
No, sometimes when I hear it like a Joe or something, it's like just a little off mic, so you just have that teetering along the lower side of the lower frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe throw in a normalizer, maybe that'll help try to bounce them up and normalize your voices a little bit more. But it just seems like sometimes he's just, because I can hear you clearly.
Joe is
something with your voice, I can hear you clearly. But
I think I'm the closest to the mic,
Joe's voice is low.
Yeah.
So it's maybe he types me more on the lower frequencies, and so he really doesn't sound as loud as he can be.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Then he's not a very loud person.
No, yes,
too.
exactly. He's a quiet guy. Yeah. So, but it was fun. It was starting out, and I think this is going to just mark. I was gonna go through the episodes and then try to like do some things. I'm like, no, that's too time consuming. So the archives will just be up. It's gonna start with Unbreakable because we're doing our yearly revisit to this one, and so that I'm gonna put up on. Wait, I'm breaking down the Unbreakable. With that, with those episodes, what we did is actually we had the movie playing.
Oh yeah.
Because I had it playing when they walked in, right? And then we all just sat down and we just started recording and watching the movie and basically giving a commentary. And then once it was over, because it's like halfway.
Yeah, it was about like I can't remember where we started at.
Yeah, me neither.
Like the train station scene.
I think the train station.
Yeah,
because
started,
Mr. Glass falling down and stuff. And so we replayed it. And so we kind of played it like that. We watched the end part of it, the second half. Just from the middle, and then we replayed it from the beginning. It just
that was at, like,
talked the entire time.
That's at the 40-minute mark because that's where I actually stopped.
Yeah.
What's it called when I started watching it this week? That's where I stopped, and that's where I continued actually.
So but roughly you have like an hour or so left of
about an hour,
content. Yeah, of a movie.
Still have the
you got a lot of good chunk of stuff. Good. So it was pretty. So yeah, just listening back at that episode, just seeing how I'm gonna take out the first part when we were eating the burritos and stuff. That was annoying, and that was one of the gripes of some people, of people listening to it.
That was the first thing.
Dude, stop! Yeah. That's the first thing we learned. We stopped really early is eating on camera. I mean, on mic, and then our rappers and stuff, and like we just thought it was all cool, but it was very annoying.
We didn't wear headphones.
We didn't hear,
till like maybe 6th episode or so. I don't even know when we started wearing headphones.
We didn't start wearing headphones until
like at least a little bit before the relaunch, I think.
Yeah, it was like 17. Yeah, it was like maybe episode 15.
Yeah,
and we were going slow on that shit. We had like I think it was 19 after like what 6-7 months. It was. I blame myself on that shit because sometimes we would meet up and then we would do things.
Everybody together too.
Yeah, it was a little hard at that time.
Like when you have like 5 people, 5-6 people, it's hard to get everybody together. I've learned that with speaking of which. I've learned from experience. Just get as many as you can at the moment.
Yeah.
If someone can't make it, be satisfied with what you got.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened actually. Yeah. With a lot of these things, because
I think through Talking with Burritos, I've learned a lot of different stuff with podcasting.
Yeah.
For speaking of which, just keep it simple, stupid.
Pretty much, podcast artwork.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Rely on the
so
kindness of strangers.
There was like people. Yeah, exactly. People would come in, and we had a lot of episodes where it would just be like maybe me, Chris, and Adam,
Mhm.
or then maybe there was like just me, Josh, and I,
Yeah.
and then just me and somebody, or just Adam just showed up. It's like just Adam and I. And was it? Did we ever do one by ourselves? By you? No, it was me, you, and Sam. I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you, me, and
I
Sam
remember
did an
there was
episode
one
or two.
where you, Adam, Josh talked about Mass Effect. That was like one of the few ones I didn't show up for.
Yeah. The Mass Effect.
Yeah.
What happened there? I can't remember what happened to you.
I think I was sick.
It's something like that. Yeah.
I was either sick or I couldn't make it because of prior engagements.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like it may have been a doctor's
Or maybe
appointment
you
or
were
something.
house sitting. That's possible.
I don't think it was that.
No, not then. Okay.
It could no, because I think it was at my house.
Yeah.
I think I was like I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. They can go back and listen to the
That's
episode.
what I
I
said.
think
It's
we
2
say
years ago.
why. I think we say why in that episode, but we had this thing. I think people got offended by it after a while because we were kind of harsh on people if you didn't show up.
Yeah, we were way too much. I will take full flack for that because I did it the worst.
Yeah.
I did it the most and I did it the worst with hashtag fuck Josh.
Yeah, hashtag fuck Josh. Yeah, to the point where we started hearing little murmurs around that he did not care for that too much.
Yeah.
Well,
Hashtag fuck Josh, but in the good way.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good hashtag fuck Josh. You know, we would laugh about it. We weren't like adamantly just angry at him. But after a while, when he started doing it a lot, that's when we really got vehemently really bad about it. We really just put it was like a whole it would last like maybe 2 or 3 minutes with us just going at him. Because I would do it to Adam all the time. Yeah. Because hashtag fuck Adam because Adam would just decide not to fucking show up and just sleep.
He would sleep in constantly.
You know, yeah, always. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we would do that. So it was always fun, you know. So I really like it. And the reason why 50 is like monumental to me or just important to me is just it shows some type of consistency, you know, and to the point where you know you want it to. It's like it's consistency and
you're
a good idea.
Triple digits.
Yeah, triple digits, and that means like you're really following that path, that goal that you want to reach of staying consistent and doing and consistently putting out episodes.
Yep. Which
is always troublesome.
It can be.
For me, yeah, because you underestimate the amount of work that goes into it, I think. A lot for me was because there was the time where we would go for weeks and just like, okay, now I got to edit that shit. And, you know, he just put it off because it's like, yeah, I'll get to it. But
editing is so bland.
Yeah.
In an audio podcast, it's really fucking boring because you can't really, you got to pay attention to it. So you can't go reading, you can't go writing or anything because you'll get like too sidetracked and you start literally listening to it like a normal podcast.
Yeah, I do that because I usually do show notes like that where I listen and I'm taking down show notes so I can write them down later. But then sometimes I'll just start listening. I'm entertained too much and I was like, shit. And you have to go back and you know, go backwards and try to, you know, get the same stuff. Yeah, a lot of that is pretty cool. I don't know.
I think our favorite technical error was the first episode actually of recording off the computer.
The first episode of not pressing because I had the mixer back there, right? I had the mixer and everything, all the mics hooked up, and we weren't speaking into. We weren't being recorded. We didn't get our recording from the mics.
On. The mixer wasn't on.
At that time wasn't that
because you were recording off the laptop. That's what happened.
Yeah, and so what happened was that just the computer picked it up because the inputs weren't correctly set. So we just had that, and that's the only thing we. And so a few of these episodes back then, and even some iterations.
It still happens.
I know it did happen that one episode I don't think I released because. It was like one of those weird episodes. You remember that? Where, you'll know when I say it. When we were doing the trifecta, jacked on, you know, JAC. We were doing us, right? And I was so mad at Adam just because I loved Jacked On. I loved JAC because I could have totally changed the podcast name to Jacked On. It would have been awesome. Yeah. But that has a gay context, too, because I was like, trying to type it in, searching for the name and something. Yeah, but it's all.
But we're the friendliest.
But it's all cool. It's like 3 dudes. Like that's not gay at all.
We love each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like gay dudes too.
But it's the one when Josh came back. Remember that?
I know
that
which
episode.
one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I still have it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's bad or anything, but it was just
it felt
so
awkward.
It just so happened though. The fucking mic wasn't on. I didn't turn on the mixer or something.
Yeah.
No, wait, or I didn't set the audio level. I didn't set the audio right, the channel right on the computer on Audition. I didn't have that correctly set. And so it fucking doesn't record. And so it's like, it's just a mic recording. And I'm like, shit. And then this dude, I'm telling him, and he's like, and he came to me like later on, like, that, you didn't do that on purpose, did you? And like, it totally looks like a sabotage job by me that it could. But I'm like,
wasn't, no.
I'm like, dude, seriously,
Shit
if you
happens.
know me, then you know shit like that happens, and it fucked up that episode, and I still have it. I have to go through it, and maybe I'll just release it, but yeah, it's just like
shit still happens.
But it was like, it was so bad because I so wanted to try this, get it back on there because it's kind of cool having them there, but it did seem weird. It seemed a lot weird, actually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say minuscule weird, a lot weird. But those times with Josh, man, I still want to. I still hopefully everything calms down and we can do that one that I want to do with him. Yeah. Because him and I together, it worked a lot of those episodes where I was just like, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, just go.
I was just let him go, and then I would chime in. It works with two people with Josh, in my opinion. Yeah, a back and forth
with either by himself or with another person.
Yes.
He's that drunk uncle. He can just keep going.
Yeah, he could just keep
That's
going.
That's a compliment, not a...
No, it's total compliment because the dude, he could bring some shit out. I love conversating with him because he was good food for fodder, man. You just put him on something, boom. He had insight into a lot of things, Very seldom he had a loss for words.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that later on I would become sort of like that, where I would just talk a lot because a lot of times, Adam would just not speak.
Honestly that's kind of an aspect on podcasts a lot, honestly,
yeah.
where there is one who does speak a little more than the other.
Yes.
I mean, for me, speaking of which, that's how I am a lot.
Yeah, I listen to like Rooster Teeth. Yeah, and I noticed that on your podcast, whereas sometimes I'll look at you and you're just like, I'm like, okay, I'm going on too much. And I can tell that I'm going on too much and that you're getting a little bit like, but yeah, it's just how it happens. But I know it. I can sense it. Like, okay, Jared, dial it down and then engage more, instead of just doing, going at it and go full force. But, yeah, I noticed that on some podcasts is like people just speak over other people.
One person does have that dominant voice. It's the
voice.
Leader kind of thing,
Yeah. And most likely it could be the leader, the person who actually
it usually is,
put the things together and stuff and maybe has more insight into the content matter in which they're discussing. Mm-hmm. That happens as well because a lot of times when I'll write on the board and stuff, I had already went through all of this stuff, and so I was aware of what we were going to talk about, so I could just flow through that shit because I already had thoughts in my mind. So a lot of that is like, if you guys are doing this or if you ever plan to, tell your people ahead of time what to prepare for.
Exactly.
Because then
always have it ready. Because I've noticed on Speaking of Which, if I don't have like everybody on board with doing something, everyone should know by now on Speaking of Which, you're supposed to bring a topic. Sometimes some people don't do it. I'm not going to point fingers. Dylan. Love you, Dylan, but I have to always remind him, bring a topic and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't like having people like expose their topics to each other. But, if it's a certain topic, though, that it's like, if I can't come up with something on the spot, you should really definitely tell people.
Yeah.
Because, like, I try to keep mine a little topical. Like, even the one that I recorded yesterday is kind of related to Unbreakable, but I was able to get it through to them without having them. Joe's seen most of the movie.
Yeah.
Dylan's never seen it.
Wow.
I know. I told him I was gonna force him to watch it. And he'd love it. You all right there? You got heartburn?
That hurts, man.
What?
You hasn't seen that shit?
Okay, not everybody's seen Unbreakable. It's like the
fuck anybody who hasn't seen that shit.
Unbreakable.
And if I offended you, I'm sorry.
Unbreakable is the
hashtag fuck you if you haven't seen Unbreakable. How about that?
Hashtag.
That's a long ass hashtag.
But it'll work. But what's it called? It's the most unknown M. Night Shyamalan film, I think.
It is.
Because it gets overshadowed by Sixth Sense.
But one of the best.
Yeah.
I say it's the best.
It's the best. It is his best. M. Night Shyamalan even says it's his favorite. It is his best movie. He said
and
that.
you can tell that he put so much love into it.
Yep.
Like, just, I'll tell you.
I know.
So, fuck it, then. Let's go. We already, went down memory lane. Plot, tomatoes. Adam left.
Come on. One more.
No, okay, all right.
The Freddy got fingered.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what happened on that one. That one makes me sad to this day still.
Okay, let's see.
Because it was what's it called?
We don't
It
know.
updated your it updated your Mac, right? And
yeah,
like
but
it may
we
have
got
changed
the first
something.
part of it.
Yeah, but that's when the Mac fell asleep.
It fell asleep, yeah, but I think it turned off the hard drive.
Yeah.
When it wasn't supposed to. Usually, right now, if it
Like,
falls
if it falls
asleep,
it'll keep going.
because come September, I have another update. You know, the Mac stuff is coming out, so I know to go in,
Go in
and
and
fix my
fucking
display
fix that
settings
shit.
to make sure it doesn't go. Yeah, because that's what happened.
That's
It
what
updated
happened.
and it reset everything, and so
So
you know how
instead
the
of just
display
making-
shuts off.
Instead of making the what's it called the screen fall asleep, it made the whole system fall asleep.
Yeah, it just went and then shut down Audacity. Not Audacity, Audition, and so we got half of that episode, and then nothing. Where we thought we were actually recording, because usually it goes black and we're
Oh,
cool,
man, and that one
and
went,
we were,
that one
and
was
we knew it.
bomb,
That
too.
was the shit.
That was
dude.
the shit,
Oh,
man. That
we
was
were,
a
we had so
fantastic
much fun
episode.
on that one. Oh my goodness, I hate fucking even thinking about it. That was like
That
one.
was probably the most stressful one, I think.
Yeah,
Because
that,
it was just like, no, that can't be.
and it
Because like there's been Let's Play
was.
ones where it's been like, okay, we'll live.
Yeah,
we'll
wait,
live with that.
okay with
You know,
that
like
shit.
the Wolverine one,
Oh, fuck
where
yeah.
we
What
forgot
happened to
press-
that one?
We forgot to hit record.
Yeah.
Which I take responsibility for because I was like positive I didn't see it on record.
Yeah.
I think it was like hovering over the button, so it looked like it was recording.
Yeah,
because of
it
that.
did look like it was recording.
And the problem is, the thing with game capture, the Elgato one,
Yeah.
it has a timer, and it makes you think you're recording.
Yeah, it
And
just
it's
starts on. Like
going.
once you
Once
start
you
the
turn it on,
program,
it
it
has
goes.
a little timer. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it's actually recording.
Yep.
And like as soon as you hit record, it has a new timer. Man, those are just fun little things. You learn from your mistakes, though.
Oh, but it hurts people. It really
Oh,
does.
It's painful.
That particular one though, that Freddy got fingered episode sucks because we only got to like the fingered part.
Yeah, we barely got into like Freddy got fingered.
Yeah, man. So I am still flummoxed over that one.
And
That one frustrates
and here's a
me.
fun fact: we don't try to do double takes because fuck that.
We
Because you can't recreate that magic.
no, we were going to try
We'll
because
try
I was
in the future, but not
because I was
immediately
so
after.
just desperate. Like, yeah, with that episode, like once I can film that skit, you know, 'cause I was gonna do a short film to try to get people to get involved with it, because I already have his submission and get more submissions of it, for a little, to complete that episode, you know, so get people involved, get the listeners involved, and you know, just some friends and stuff, maybe, and get them to just
Get the
share.
community in, you know?
Share a story, and then we just put it out there on the web. Or I'm thinking maybe I could just write a script as well, and then have different people read things off, and then we like formulate it like that. That'd be kind of cool too, just to complete the episode,
Yeah.
because that episode was just so good that we don't want it to die. It had a
you know?
good title, it had a good context. It was just awesome, but we fucked it up.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace episode. But yeah,
But you know what?
I did want to try to redo it.
We can do it, but let's
We
bring
couldn't.
in one more Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. When is the next one coming out?
I think he's done.
Oh, he's
I
done now.
think he's done. There's 4 all together.
Dude, I
or
still
some
have
shit.
that footage
Yeah.
from the first one.
I just remember Adams clicking and me being like, MLG.
Yeah, it's totally stupid. It's so boring to watch people play that game.
Kind of is, unless they're really like, what's it called?
Entertaining.
You know, unless they're one of those ones who's like freaks out and shit. You know, which I'm
But
like,
the thing is, like, I told Adam not to watch. He said, "Oh, I'm not going to watch the gameplay,"
he did.
and he watched all the
Oh, he
gameplay,
did.
so he wasn't shocked at all. No one was, pretty much. Yeah, so we got that. Those are common mistakes. We had some good episodes come hither, and then come like, what is it? When was it? February, November last year.
Yeah, November.
Yeah,
Yes.
Adam left,
Yeah.
and so
Rest in
now
peace,
it's just been, you know, he's back. He's back in town. He's stationed nearby, so that's awesome.
He's stationed an hour away.
Yeah, so, but yeah, for the most part, it's just been he and I,
Yep.
Chris and me. So it's like, you know, it took me a while to get used to that, and it's still like, wow, it's just us two, huh? All right, that's, you know, because no,
Yeah,
seriously,
it's-
even
it's-
the other
it's a
day,
weird
like I
kinda
was
thing, you
thinking,
know?
I'm like, it's just us two. I think pretty much that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, like,
I was about to say, hell, even with speaking of which, it feels like it's been drawn down to like a trickle 3 or 4.
yeah,
You know, because I haven't had Juan on in a while. I haven't had Joey or Max back on.
Oh yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and I haven't had Henry since that one episode. So,
Yeah,
but he lives all the way up in Sierra Vista, so I don't ask him. You know,
yeah.
and he only has weekends off, so that's like another reason why I don't ask him.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I know you got plans. That's why I don't ask you.
You got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes you just got to work with what you have, you know, and just go for it. You know, if you're thinking about starting a podcast, just do it. You know, a lot of people just say, I listen to a lot of podcasts, to a lot of podcasters who say, you want to start a podcast, just do it. And it's true. You know,
It's
if
true.
you want to have some fun, sit around, talk with your friends and stuff, then just do it. You know,
Just
Or
have
you
some
can
fun. You know.
Yeah, just have fun basically, and just talk about the things that you like.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is with this, Talking with Burritos, is trying to niche down. You know, that was always a problem
Yeah.
with us. Because we just kind of talked about everything. But a lot of it focused around movie, no matter how much we thought.
Always movies.
It's always movies. So it was like niche down, it would have to be about movies.
Yeah.
But yet we would throw in the gameplay and all that stuff like that because we weren't really as focused that much, I would say.
Yeah. We wanted to make more of what we had. You know, we wanted to make more content than we were ready for, I think.
Booyah. I think he really did state that right. He just more content than what we were ready for. Because, you know, at that time, we wanted the blogs, we wanted all this other stuff. We wanted massive content, and then we tried to maybe go into video and all that. And it's just like, you know, get one down first.
Yeah.
and then go to the next, you know, grow towards the next stage. And finally, it's finally at that point where I think, okay, well, next stage is probably already here.
Mhm.
Is here now, because I think we have a pretty good idea of how this show is on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Basically, we come in, we talk about movies, we review movies, we add some like other more, I would have to say, think piece parts of the projects or the movies that we watch. I think, you know, a little bit more introspection. That's another thing with Talking with Burritos. Always realize that it's always about movies, but then introspection and just talking more about like a lot of things and delving more into that area.
And not
A
even just
concept.
about the movie, you know, kind of branching off into like what it's based on, what, you know, may inspire it and other stuff like that, you know, just go on with it.
Like the beans and cheese of it, you know, the innermost of the burrito, you know, you put the
What
tortilla
goes
down.
into making a burrito?
Yeah.
Everything, you know.
Everything, you know, not even just technical. It's just like, or how does that film or that thing make you feel?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what reaction did you get from it? And
Hated it.
yeah, because sometimes with me, it's just a line. A line would totally grab me, and I'm like, oh shit, pow, mind blown. And next thing you know, for the rest of the movie, I'm trying to figure out how that line fits in my life, in somebody else's life, and in this movie. You know, so a lot of it is like how you relate to content that you consume.
Yeah.
And I think I put that somewhere in there.
All right, in the next 5 episodes, we're going to be talking about Spice World.
We rule the world. I'm not saying that we're not going to talk about that because I really do want to.
I
and I'm
want to
looking
too.
forward
Joe
to
told
it.
me about
He
it.
told you, yeah.
He told me,
He
and I
spilled
was
the
like,
damn beans,
I want
man.
it. I want it.
I was like, damn it.
Joe can't keep a secret.
Apparently
He
not.
is the quietest loudmouth. I
Oh,
love
that's
Joseph.
a good one.
He's the quietest loudmouth.
Somebody, he needs to start a podcast, The Quietest Loudmouth.
All right. We'll let
I
you
just
have
like
that one
that.
for free, but send us a crate of Crystal Pepsi so
Or
Jerry can get angry.
or he needs to put that in something.
I'll give that to him.
Yeah,
I'll give that to
The
him.
Quietest, like a hashtag or a name or something on Twitter. I don't know,
You wanna
but
use Twitter.
The Quietest freaking Loudmouth. That's an awesome title.
Shit, I'm gonna text that to him.
All right,
before
yes.
I forget.
This is only gonna be like a podcast supplement.
I know. Right?
Well, I'm gonna put this with the episode. I think it's gonna be part 1 and part 2, or part 1 is Unbreakable, and then I'll put part 2 would be this part where we just talk about the podcast. No, I'll just put it in as a no title state of the podcast. Us blah 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 yapping. 50th, our 50th talk.
Yeah.
Some bullshit, but you know, anything else?
Preparation for episode 50.
And you know, because Chris and I, you know, we're gonna try to go into, because a lot of my things was with this podcast and before, as we iterated to, was just trying to talk about things that people like, you know, and get into, and a lot of my things I like talking to, because I would listen to Josh, Chris, Adam, all these dudes talk about video games and all these different things. And so that's what the platform was all about initially. You know,
I think he already texted me back. He said, huh. That is such a Joe response.
Good Lord.
Have I ever told you how he texts me?
No.
Okay, he always starts off every text, like before a conversation, with yo.
Yo.
Instead of being like, hey, can I crash at
Yeah.
your place? Or, hey, you mind if I eat this burrito in your fridge? It's like,
Yo.
just ask me. Don't say yo. Because I ain't going to get angry at you. He's my best, I forgot how I described him on Twitter, on Facebook. My best soul, my manly soulmate.
Manly soulmate.
He's my manly soulmate.
As you try to niche down to certain things, I think Talking with Burritos is just what it is. Will be what it is. You know, talking about movies. That's what we come in. I think that's what people expect from us, to talk about the movies that we see and just bring up some shit that they haven't seen.
Yeah,
as
you
well.
know, inspire people to see new movies. Because with Joey, he told me as soon as we did the one with freaking when we did the Alien Week, the first movie,
Contact,
not Contact.
Oh, The Man Who Fell for Earth.
Not that one either. The one with Jeff Bridges.
Fire from the Sky.
That's not the one with Jeff Bridges.
I know.
that's
Starman.
Starman. Yeah, he said that he wanted to watch
I was going to go through all of them.
Like, after we talked about it, he said he wanted to go out and actually find it and watch
Yeah.
it, you know? And that's what I want from this podcast. I want people to, I want to share movies with people, share experiences, and I want to hear from people, hey, you know, I wanted to go out and watch Unbreakable because of this shit.
Yes.
You know? That's all I care about. Is like just sharing fun stuff.
Sharing fun stuff.
You know, that's all it is.
Sharing, like, just like I said, like the media you consume, the things that we consume on a daily basis. Why not share it to someone? Like, what you get from that one thing. Just like when I talked about Prince and music and not being able to share it with my mother and stuff. It's like, it's those moments, like, you know, that we lose a lot because we just kind of in our own fucking bubbles. Mm-hmm. You know, when you could just, if you like something, share it with somebody else. They might like it, they might not.
Exactly.
But
it's just like,
give them the opportunity.
Give them the opportunity by being like, hey, we like this. Go check it out.
So throughout, like, Talking with Burritos, going back, looking at nerds episodes and all that, and like, that's pretty much what it was. Just like a lot of talk about movies, the things that we like, but just introspective talk too. Just like going a little bit deeper into conversation, giving you something to talk about when you find someone to talk to. That's why I say that on every podcast now, because like you meet somebody like at a party and stuff. Because for me, every time I go to a party with my wife or something, I'm always like the lone man out. Because first of all, I just don't talk to people.
I don't really like going out for people. I like to just stick with people I know.
Yeah, but then people talk to me. Yeah. And they can see, like, once you mention...
they walk up to you and they're like, hey, how's it feel to be African-American, sir?
Yeah, they don't say that because I'll punch them in the face. But once they talk about movies, boom. I can go off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
ask me about something that I like, or, you know, or context or a subject matter that I can talk about.
Yeah.
Then, you know, it very well encourages conversation. And that's what I think we need. That's why I like podcasting and stuff. And it's with Chris, but you know, it's all good. No, just kidding. But
hashtag fuck Jerry.
But exactly, right? I haven't had one of those, so
I'm gonna shoot that one out. Hashtag fuck Jerry in the good way because I love him.
I haven't had one of those, man. But you know, it's always inspired me.
We record at your place.
I know, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Did I have one? Did you guys go hashtag fuck Chris?
Yeah, we did a hashtag fuck Chris. Okay. I can't remember what else.
It would have been the Mass Effect one because that's the only one I missed.
Were you intended to be there though, or did you tell us?
I think I wasn't able to make it. Like,
did you just
I was legit
like?
Unable
it usually only happens if you call us up last freaking minute and you say, "I'm not gonna be there."
Yeah,
because some people do that. They did that like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm asleep."
I usually, I think it was like maybe the day before I said I couldn't make it. I think I had a doctor's appointment thing. I think it was a doctor's appointment because every Thursdays are when I schedule my doctor's appointments because that used to be my days off.
Yeah,
you know, one of my days off. And that's when I would do doctor's appointment. And I think that was the day I had to do, I don't know, maybe it was a doctor's appointment or I was sick. It was one of those two.
Yeah.
I don't really get that sick, though, so I don't know if it was a sick. Maybe I was just sick with bullshit. Bullshit-itis.
I call it bullshit. No, just kidding. No.
I'm going to call it bullshit-itis, too. Maybe
but,
I was just like,
you know, it was cool. So that's what we're going to continue forth. You know, we have this podcast. We have Speaking of Which. And we're going to go to some video things. A lot of cool things are happening on the back end. it takes work. I'm realizing on a lot of these things,
It will.
hopefully C-Dub
Yeah.
would get back in there to his video work. But, if you guys don't know,
Did you refer to me as C-Dub?
yeah, I don't know why.
My name doesn't even have a W.
Shut the fuck up, man. Just go with it.
I'm not the CW.
Yeah, why you gotta
I am
say
not
it?
Channel
I'm
8.
just gonna edit that out. I'm just stick with the damn C-Dub, bitch.
I am not the CW. I do not make shows for preteens.
C-Dubs.
I don't make teenage entertainment.
But even Chris is like, one of his passions is video and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that. I just
true.
hope that he could get back into it. I am starting to try to get back into it, get over my fear of people, of being in front of people I don't know, I guess. Because, like, the fuck, you record it, you put it out there. Who gives a fuck who's watching it?
Exactly.
Like, why is it in my head? What the fuck ever. But, things like that, and then video gaming. We're going to try to get into gaming because, you got the non-gamer, which is me, and you got a gamer extraordinaire over here. This dude knows everything and shit, but maybe he could teach us how to become a gamer if you're not a gamer.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was gonna want
Start
to
it simple. I mean, all of us are secretly gamers,
Yeah.
Even if it's simple games like Bejeweled and stuff, you're technically a gamer. You're playing a game.
Yeah. So we got a project working on there. I'm working on some shorts. Hopefully
He's making shorts for himself. Actually,
it's gonna be kind of
That's
cool.
what
Yeah,
he's
some
doing.
shorts. I just stitch them up and all that.
Stitch them up. They got like 15.
'Cause I do
pockets, and
want
I'm
a-
like, Jerry,
more
why
of
do you
a-
got 15 pockets?
I do
These
want.
these are way beyond cargo pants. These are like cargo
Get
pants.
some jorts. Jorts.
Some jorts. Oh,
Jorts
God.
extraordinaire,
What are
boy.
you gonna go wrestling?
I have them cuff at the end, yo.
What are you gonna go wrestling like John Cena?
Oh,
With your
Lord.
jorts.
With the jorts. Yeah. John Cena.
Why
Why are you yelling at? That's not your name. Just like to. Because it's cool. But, yeah, we hopefully, we can get more content. That's my new thing now. Because I have to admit, like,
gotta build
I
our
lose
empire.
focus like a motherfucker. When I say that, I don't say it in jest because I do. I have so many ideas in my head, and I would just fucking go with it. And then I lose sight of my main responsibilities, So, like, talking with Burritos. A lot of times, that shit back in the day was just like, I was so concentrated on website and all that other stuff that I would just get distracted by it. And then it's like, you should be editing and putting episodes. I'm like, I can't do that. And to top that off with life and all that, it's like, you got to stay focused, take care of your one thing and then go on to the other. So nowadays, I'm been pretty good with, like,
I was about to say,
managing.
you haven't talked about building up on the side as much.
No, dude,
Yeah.
I've been keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Like, I just know that now. I know I want the site to. I know what. Well, before I didn't know because I wasn't putting shit on the site, but now I know
But now
that
that
the
we
site.
have stuff to put on,
Yeah, I
there you
think
go.
we need to. We're gonna use the site as our hub.
Yeah.
That'd be the place where you can contact us and stuff. Because I like social media, it's fine, but you got to use it for what it's worth.
Mhm.
But yet to get value out of a website or something would be a little bit better. I'm thinking about making it multi, so then you can put your stuff on there. Because you get multi-site, you can just go Talking With Burritos, and then you go / and then you have like a site within a site.
Yeah.
It's
I was about to say,
it's very simple move to do it, to convert it, but it's just like boom. Because I've created other websites for other things, but kind of cool if you can keep it in house, because then you don't have to manage everything. Because then your blog, your spots will show up in Talking With Burritos will show up and Speaking of Which or something like that.
Yeah.
And you'll see that.
Yeah, you got
because
your
they-
sister podcast. and
Yeah,
stuff
because
like that.
they're
You
intertwined.
You got to build from one stone at a time.
Yeah, the problem I went to different websites and try to create different websites.
Just keep it on one.
I'll only have one. I'll have my site and I'll have Killer Sunday, and that's going to be the only one I'll manage. That's a separate site because it can be on Talking With Burritos too, though, because /Killer Sunday or We Little Donkeys. We got that bnass.com. Actually, it's bnass.us. And that's just going to be the site once I get everyone. We get a crew. Right now, it's just you and I. So
No, we need a crew.
we need a little bit of a
We need a
crew
crew.
at times. But, a lot of that
We
stuff
need to go hire some Crips.
happens with times. No.
Okay, Bloods,
You probably don't want that either.
Latin Kings.
No. A little bit too violent, I think.
The Skinhead Nation.
That would be interesting, but no. no, I'll go to the non-racist skinheads, my sharps.
All right, yeah.
I'll bring those in.
Right there we go. Let's get some scuff.
I got I got a freaking script for them. Hey, read this. How y'all think it? Let's film it.
film it.
Let's do this. No, but we hope to do a little bit more with this podcast and put more out there to just reach out to you. 'Cause I think we do this for people, to reach out so people can hear our conversations, so they can start conversations. And so hopefully we can get more content so we can at least entertain you. Because I know Chris, he likes entertaining people. I know he does. He's a performer. And so, we want to do more of that. And me, I'm slowly starting to think that that's what I want to do.
You're very introvert, so.
But I'm introverted in an extroverted way. It's like I want to be, but I'm just introverted and I don't understand it. But yet I can put on a character in a second if I like. Mm-hmm. It's like a lot of things. We can go into that shit later. I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll do a little vlog about it. But
do a vlog.
I just know that I don't know, realizing now being in front of the acting, kind of pseudo acting myself, I'm like, oh, wow. I kind of like it. I enjoyed it, but I always was afraid. I always wanted to do those things. Yeah. I was just afraid of it because,
you're part of the basketball team, not the drama
club. Well, that is, it's just, because I always loved movies. I always wondered what it would be like to do certain things.
To be.
Yeah, and I always thought it was just special effects and stuff. And it's kind of cool having a green screen now because now I'm delving into all that stuff I really wanted to do back then. Learning the After Effects, learning the Premiere and stuff. So it's really cool. You'll see in this project that I'm working on. Like, I put some shit in there and I was able to do some.
Remember, when you do explosions, layer an explosion over the explosion.
I've been looking at those. I haven't done one yet. Cause that's a little later. Cause I want to get used to.
We're filming a buddy cop.
Used to the controls. Hey, we can totally put it in our Grindhouse trailer, dude. We could do something. We could go out in the desert. We could go out in the desert later. Put a tripod on and just walk away, and then put fucking explosions in the background.
And then we kill a duck.
Yeah.
Sorry, reference to ABC's of Death.
Oh, good lord.
Have you ever watched that? It's pretty cool.
Shit. No. What is it?
Okay. It's a bunch of different directors got a letter of the alphabet, and they have to build. They have to make a really short movie based on something dying with that letter. And these guys got Q and they were like, "What the fuck are we gonna do with Q?" Yeah. And they're like, what if we actually put a real death on ours? And they're like, "What animal could we do?" And they're like, "Duck, quack."
They killed a duck?
No, they ended up killing each other.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a funny little short.
All right, yeah. I'll probably look at that then. All right.
Some of them are better than others.
Yeah, he used to have these rupees. Rupees every now and then, but he went away from that. I kind of miss him. This is random things that he would pull off the web and shit. All right, but guys, thank you for the most part listening. But
thank you for listening. Good night.
I am gonna say ask for like nowadays. I think just rate and subscribe in iTunes.
Yep,
I never did do that before, but you can.
I was about to say that's what I actually started doing that on. Which now.
Just rate and subscribe in iTunes if you will. If please do. I would try to get together some type of little contest or things that we could do, but hopefully we can amass more response in that area. Because, look at the aggregators, and iTunes isn't, really top one. So it's kind of weird to realize. I don't know which ones are. So nowadays, I'm not going to put, the episode on, Twitter or anything like that. Because a lot of that is called Twitter bombing. Yeah. If you know about that. When you put the feed right there, and, it automatically plays or when you scroll over it or something like that. So people have to click on it to get, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is a weird thing I'm looking into just to see which ones are actually feeding the feed, what stats I'm getting from what. Yeah. Because I don't want to be misled. Because to me, I'm thinking, oh, these did freaking perfectly well last week. Awesome, when it was 100 and something downloads. Damn, that's good. But I don't want it to be. But it seems like it's just a lot of skewed. But I don't know why, because it doesn't play automatically. A lot of that is Twitter bombing. You put one, and then you keep putting it on there to get people, just get to show up in people's feed. You know, you don't want to do that shit. Don't ever do that. That's Twitter bombing. That's like you're faking your numbers. Doesn't look good. Yeah. It's all about the downloads.
That's cruel.
That was just, a little bit of us talking. We really don't talk to you as much, in that sense. Yeah, but we're going to go to our...
It's 2.
Oh, shit. Well, it's not going to take us long to talk about this.
Yeah.
But because I got some insightful shit though. But hey, go ahead. We're gonna go to episode 50, the actual episode. This is gonna be listed as an unlisted podcast. You know, it's just gonna show up in the feed. But this is actually episode 50. We're gonna go there right now.
Mm-hmm.
So join us on that episode. Again, thank you for listening. And if you can, please go to iTunes and subscribe and rate us. Give us a little something, something.
Review,
Or email. I would accept the email because I just want to hear from you. I really do. And hopefully look in the future, because once we can get the email down, we'll have more content on there. We try to just provide you guys with some entertaining things, because that's what pretty much I decided I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be a content provider. It's kind of weird to think that, but I came to that conclusion. I'm like, okay.
You mean content producer?
Go a content producer, yeah, because I just want to.
I wanted to,
and it's
fun.
weird, right?
It's honestly kind of fun.
It's weird and scary at the same time. Whereas, like, I came to that realization the other day, and they're like, when you start thinking about all the stuff that you do, and it's just like, oh, wow, I guess that's what I want to do. Not really realizing it.
Yeah,
kind of weird. But hey, you guys, thank you for listening, and let's go to Talking with Burritos, where we're gonna break down the Unbreakable Part 3. Because and if you want, and if you want parts 1 and 2, I'm just gonna throw those up on the website.
Wait, what's part 2?
Huh?
What's part 2?
It's like a 4-hour fucking episode, dude.
What?
Like, it was like 3 to 4 hours, that episode.
Oh yeah, part 1 and part 2.
And so we broke it up.
That's right. Yeah,
so,
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was long. It was a long piece,
long.
man. But it was so fun.
Oh,
it got to
I
the point where
remember
we
that
were
now,
started playing the movie over,
Mhm.
and they were like, "Okay, we gotta go. All right, you guys, Talking with Burritos, episode 50. Let's go. All right. He put in the sound.
Da, da, da. Here comes Bruce Willis. He's born enemy of the class man. That's all I got.
Got you. All righty then. This is Talking with Burritos. I am Jerry JJ Wayne Graham.
I'm Christopher the Ruple.
And in this episode, we're gonna give you something to talk about when you need someone, when you find someone to talk with. All about that movie, 2000, Unbreakable, directed by
M. Night Shaymalan Ding Dong.
There you go. Starring Samuel L. Jackson and
Bruce Willis.
oh my goodness, man, Sam L. is I
Why did you take the black actor?
I watched him in this shit, and I was just still dude. Okay, I'm making this statement right here. I'm sorry, I have to make this statement. Before, when people would ask me what my favorite movie is, they would say Hoosiers. I would say Hoosiers.
Yeah,
because back in the day, it was always Hoosiers. I watched it as a kid, and I was just so like, I was back in the day, I was balling hard as a little 8-year-old, 10-year-old or something. And I just loved that movie. It's so powerful, right? And I still do love it. But ask me if I have seen it like recently. No, I did buy it though. But dude, I'm thinking this one. Like, I'm gonna make this omission to you. Admission, right? Admission, or is it omission? Admission to you right now. I fucking cried, man.
I almost cried. Was it the gun scene?
Huh?
Was it the gun scene?
No.
Oh, for me, it was.
I just
always
cried.
The gun scene.
Like, I was just so overwhelmed with the context of the movie and looking into like the philosophical elements of it all.
Once you get to that ending, was it the ending?
No. It's like in the middle, man. I teared up. I fucking cried. I really did. Oh my fucking goodness. I was like, okay, this has to be my favorite movie now, because I watch it every damn time and I get the same overwhelming feeling of just joyfulness and just and surprise and bewilderment.
Because you don't see that shit coming still.
Like, what the fuck? This was a freaking great damn movie. In the spectrum of comic book movies and stuff, this is what?
This is the best origin story.
The best origin story movie ever made, man. Because it goes into all of the different just philosophies surrounding comic books. It's like, oh my, speak on it a little bit before, because I'm gonna fucking keep going. I need you to speak, because shit, I wrote some shit down, man. Oh my goodness.
I won't lie, I teared up. I always tear up at the gun scene because it's such a strong, powerful scene.
So strong.
And then once I got to the ending, I just had chills running down my spine.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck,
once you get the
so powerful, the reveal.
Get the reveal. It's just, it sends chills down your spine every time. Even though I know the ending, I've seen this movie so many times, but it still gives me chills.
Yes.
This is the one M. Night Shyamalan movie where the ending, just because you know it, doesn't mean it's ruined the movie.
No, definitely.
Yeah, no?
Man, because even going in, you know he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
You just don't know to what extent.
I mean, hell, all his dialogue is just evil monologues.
yes.
All of his stuff he says is evil monologues.
Oh my goodness, people! I'm telling you, this would have to be my favorite movie now. Like when people say it, I'm gonna have to say this movie. I love Hoosiers and this great film. It has to take. I love freaking Pulp Fiction. I love Grindhouse. I love all my Quentin Tarantino's. But damn, I'm looking at the Hoosiers DVD right there. It's like spiting me right now. But no, I love this damn film, man. I was like, am I really fucking crying right now? It's like, oh shit. But it is this one thing, dude. No, I got a few things. What the fuck ever.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Whatever, man. Just even if you start out at the beginning of the movie, you know, just the subjectiveness and the reference that he did, you know, added for that character. You know, when he's just the doctor is looking in the glass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like you're looking in the mirror. Every
at
scene,
the birth of the Mr. Glass.
Every
you
scene
know?
that you see the introduction of him has glass.
Has glass in it.
You know, when he's a little kid, he's looking at the TV glass.
Yeah.
When you introduce him as an adult, he's looking into the glass display of the comic the comic drive.
Kids just looking at the TV.
Yep.
Staring at his TV. He's always around glass and it's Mr. Glass and this is kid who's just been put in, you know, he put himself in a bubble because, you know, to have that condition, he suffers from a condition that where any slight trauma to his body will break a bone.
Yeah, because his bones don't, his body doesn't
produce the protein,
produce
right?
a protein
that makes his bones
strong. They make his bones literally brittle now.
Brittle, very brittle. And he's like, he says, you know, he puts in one scene that is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4, and he's like on the lower tier.
He's on the lower tier, and
but
he's still
yet,
breaking.
Those who like are in the top tier, I've read a story like sometime back about somebody with this disease. It's fudged up, man. Yeah. But yeah, very severe. You know, like a child, and they, you know, I think the baby died too, though. But they normally don't after, you know, because that's basically you can't make a move without breaking something, and to be in pain consistently. Oh, freaking! It's a horrible condition. You think about it. And
it's crazy. It's just like, how can you survive in a world where, you know, even just like a trip on the stair could break your leg? Yeah,
and that's what Mr. Glass suffers from. He suffers from that thought process. I'm like, where do I fit in?
Yeah.
With this,
what's the point of my existence?
Yeah,
you know, what am I going to do with me?
Yeah.
With myself? You
if
know?
I can't do anything without being in pain, so what is my purpose in this world? Yeah. And I think a lot of that philosophy of the film is really what made me cry. Because once he started talking about it, because he was giving this little monologue and he just started talking about it, and I was like, oh shit! Like, here's like one, like using reflection. I just said that, but you know, you make decisions to be afraid. You know what I'm saying? So like in anything in life, you basically decided to be afraid of that thing. I don't want to go up there on that high thing. That's a decision. You can get up on it. Yeah. You can decide to get up on it, on that one thing, on that roller coaster or something, or you can decide to not to do it. I've decided not to do it a lot of times. But I'll tell you once, I was made to do it by my father, right? He was like, oh, let's get on this thing. I don't want to. Let's get on this thing. All right, cool. I get on the thing. Freaking terrified me.
Oh, yeah.
The zipper.
Did I ever tell you about...
Terrified me.
I've never done the zipper, but I did the Tower of Terror at California Adventures.
Oh, good Lord. Got a story about that one, too.
I never did it before because I was like, I fucking hate heights. I hate falling rides like that.
Yo.
That shit is... I have a fear of falling, okay? That's the thing. I don't have a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling. That's the thing. And I get up on there, and you're like, oh, I'm really entertained by like how fucking cool the deco is, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like there's so many fucking references to Twilight Zone. It's fucking tight.
Yeah.
I fucking get on, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. We're getting up real tight. And it's like, you're bound to be doomed, or whatever the fuck it says.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hugging the seat. I was freaking the fuck out. And I'm an adult. I'm 20.
No.
I was 20 when I went on this for the first time.
I don't shun you for it. I will tell you. Oh, you know what? I might actually just put in this podcast because my wife can tell it better because it surrounds her, and she had the same type of experience on that ride. Whereas she got in immediately as they start going up, she burst into hysterics.
Oh shit!
Like seriously hysterics. So I'm not gonna touch on that story right now because I think I might just put her on the mic and have her tell it because she got off the ride. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? And she was just gone.
Oh man!
They
once
said
I had finished.
They
on
said
the
she
ride,
lost it when she got up there. She was on that thing once it started moving. That she just totally just left.
I literally could not stop shaking for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I was like freaking the fuck out.
That's so weird.
And like,
yeah, because my wife had the same damn experience.
Like,
that is. I didn't go on that bitch.
Yeah, fuck that.
Long story short, I didn't get on it, so I didn't have that experience.
I want to go on it one more time in my life.
Yeah,
if
right.
it's still around.
No, they're taking it down.
They're taking it down. I know.
Yeah, because they're building the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy Tower or some shit like that. Kind of makes me sad that one's being taken down. You know, it's Twilight Zone. You know?
I know, right?
What's next? The Muppets Theater?
Yeah.
Man, that makes me sad.
Well, just expand. Why take more things out?
I don't know.
You have
Why don't
money.
why don't you get rid of Tom Sawyer Land?
Fuck yeah.
No one goes on
Tom
that
Sawyer,
shit.
Sawyer,
no one
dude.
goes to the Tom Sawyer Island. Put it there. Is that not a legit thing right there?
Yeah, no, it's legit. I don't give a fuck about those Tom Sawyer. Seriously. I don't like. I love the book, but
that little island, that's pointless. I never been on that because
Me neither.
I was
I
like,
don't think I
that's
have either.
fucking pointless.
it's like, yeah, I'm not one that just tours spots just to tour them.
You know,
like, it has to bring me some type of enjoyment.
There's Disneyland gangs though, and they'd be pissed.
Huh?
There's Disneyland gangs. They'd be pissed if you got rid of that though.
Yeah.
There's like an Adventureland.
Oh, really?
Like each area has like their own gang.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
What's his name? Was like what kind of gang? Like people who work there?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, not working there. No, these are people who go to Disneyland and like stick to one area.
Oh,
and they like
really?
have legit like vest and like shit like that.
Oh snaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that sounds like a movie, but whatever.
They fucking get into knife fights. Like to get into it, you had to like take a ribbon or something, like something from another ride. Like you have to like do something like that. Like I don't know how. It's weird.
Some type of initiation.
Yeah, initiation.
That sounds like a movie. That's like Adventureland Part 2. You know, in a different place, but
Right.
you know, you have these different sects,
Yeah.
and they're like they have gang wars
It was
based on the
it's called
based
an
on their
episode of American
attraction.
Dad.
Huh?
It's an episode of American Dad.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But back to Unbreakable.
Oh, definitely. No, but if you think about it, man, like a lot of this shit, I don't know why it's just made me fucking cry. You make the decisions to be afraid, so. I decided like at an early age that I wanted to be afraid of people, maybe, or something, you know,
Yeah.
or like I guess it's like with this new coming of age, this new insight to like what I want to do. You know, I want to provide content and do different like that, different things like that. I want to be more outgoing, but and it just seems like I don't know. It's like I just started thinking like, did I choose to be like afraid all my life of a lot of things? And I don't know. It's just I started reflecting. I started going back and thinking about some things. It's like, wow, that is so fucking poetic. You know, it just really struck me as a very important phrase to tell maybe like a kid.
Yeah.
You know, if you, you know, I was thinking about my kid and stuff, and like, you know, because my son, my daughter, she's like a little chicken shit, but my son, I think because my wife doesn't think he takes after her, but I'm like, he has more qualities, similar qualities, more in common with you than he does me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He might be a little computer geeky boy, and he might have my kind of like quietness and stuff as a kid. He has all that, but she was like, she took him to her hospital. Her hospital's supposed to be that floor that she works on, haunted, right?
Yeah, you've said that
They
before.
said she was like, oh yeah, he just went into the hallway. He just went there. He just walked down a dark ass hallway where there's supposed to be ghosts, and he nothing. He's like, yeah, I just did that, whatever. He's like, but yet my daughter goes in and she fucking freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, you know, because seriously, I'll tell you, like his name is Quentin Valagram. I got Quentin because I don't know, I just like people say I named him after Quentin Tarantino because of Quentin Tarantino. And I would put two and two together. I would say maybe, but it was a name that was on my list. And then most likely, if it revolves around Quentin Tarantino, okay, because I love this guy's art. But I wanted to name, give him some semblance of his mother as well, and so that's why I gave him the middle name Valor, and because her name's Valerie, so
Yeah.
and her father's name's Valentine, so I could have named just Quentin Valentine, but it would have been too many N's.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always put that in there. So I always, because I wanted it to be something, be a part of his name. So if he ever reads it back later on, just to choose to be valiant in certain things, because that's his. He knows what that word means, and it's a part of him. I know it's just a name, but sometimes names affect you.
What
like
goes in the name?
Yeah, like Jerry Graham. I was just like, after I heard the story behind him, like, really, Dad? That's how you got my name, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, how I got Christopher.
Yeah,
fucking lame.
I'm like, thank you very much, because the name that he said my mom was gonna name was some kind of fucked up shit. So he was just like, he came to the rescue and just said, just name the boy Jerry. And so that's how I got Jerry Jr. They call me JJ. That's how I got all that, right? And so he just named the boy after me.
Do you remember what the original name was?
I cannot remember, man. It was very feminine. Let's put it like that.
It was Ashley.
Yeah. It was some name, and he saved me from that. He always told me that, so you better be good lucky. And but it was, I don't know. I like that phrase, and I think
Cameron.
that's something that's good. No, I can't even remember. I have to ask somebody else. Maybe my auntie or something.
Yeah.
Can't ask my mom or my dad, because well, dad. Okay.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah. Or somewhere. Wherever you are, just rest. Yeah, but yeah, man. I think that's like, if you take anything away from this podcast, and if you have children, tell them that whenever they're afraid to do something, like that's just something that that they can complete or they can do. I always tell my son, like, no, you can do this. I know you can.
Yeah.
And you probably heard that back in the day.
Oh, I've heard it all the time.
All the time, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, just that's a great phrase to tell somebody. Just you choose to be afraid, so you make the choice. Either you're gonna be afraid or you're gonna be brave during this time. Which one are you gonna be? Which one will you be? I'm sorry, I'm trying to slur my terms. But that one made me cry, I think, when I started thinking about that in retrospect. And then there was something else, and this is a shout out to Adam, man. It's about comic books. It's the whole thing Mr. Glass has in the comic book store when he's talking about comic books with who's he talking with?
He's talking with the seller, the person who was gonna buy for his little 5-year-old boy. Is that who you're talking about, or are you talking with?
I think
you're talking about the first scene where we see adult Mr. Glass.
No.
We're going to a
He's in
scene.
there. The first meetup between him and Bruce Willis's character and his son. When he finally, like, he goes to meet him in his place, and they're sitting inside his office. Not the office that they reveal in the end, but the one with the wood panels. And he's basically talking about comic books and their importance.
Yeah. And
I was like, wow, because it's always deep. I remember the last podcast episode when we talked about this, episode 1, way back when. This is one of those pivotal scenes in that. I'll put the actual clip of the movie in the actual thing, but a link to any like comic books as a link to basically about comic books, how it's the last link to any ancient way of passing on history. And if you know about, I don't know if you know about, did Adam ever tell you about oracles?
No.
Okay, this is this dream that Adam had, man, and he's talking about how oracles, like, of a different time, like soothsayers and stuff like that, and how basically they're retelling tales that already happened, that's happening, or that are already happening, or happening in the universe. Somehow they're getting their information from some place, and he had this dream and stuff, and he called it oracles. I'm just like, oh shit, that sounds dope.
I heard the name before. I just no one ever told me what it was.
So we came up with this storyline, right? It's pretty cool, and I'm hoping this is the latter project. I'm hoping after Kill Hunting and all this other stuff, man, I'm hoping to turn this into a big project, and that means, like, a lot of people, a huge production type thing, and hopefully by that time we have a space where we can host all these people. No, but it's all about like comic books. How it's like just an ancient retelling of stories, and I'm like thinking about that. Like that is fucking beautiful because like in like whoever like the artist or something like in some of these paintings and stuff like they're getting this information from other sources, but they don't understand what like storytelling. You're a storyteller. Like do you understand where you get some
No
of this
clue.
inspiration?
It just comes. Hell,
Right?
Animal Crackers. I just came up with it.
Yeah, you never know what these because sometimes with writers and all that I don't know you probably like
I write
you
everything.
characters speak to you sometimes,
they do.
right? And that's what I tell people. They're like, "How do you write?" I'm like,
The voices speak to me.
"The voices speak to me." No, seriously, I don't like. I tell them like I don't like Matt. I'm like I don't. He's like, "How do you write your stuff?" I'm like, I don't really like outline or anything like that. I might do an outline of sorts. It's kind of like a first draft where
I do a first draft.
I
versus an
follow
outline,
a certain linear. The story kind of plays itself in my mind. Michael Crichton said he writes like this, where his mind he sees pictures in his head, and then he just writes down.
That's pretty much how
And
I feel too.
it
Like,
goes in
it goes into
sequence.
my head.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
comes into it.
And it goes in sequential order. He doesn't know why it did that. It just did. It's like boom, 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 and he could basically map out an entire story. And then he goes back and he fills in the characters and with dialogue and stuff. And then with dialogue, it leads to exposition. And then exposition leads to action. And then you have a script. I mean, you have a story.
You have a whole thing.
Yeah, and so it's like wow, and just to think about it, like the Greek gods and the gods coming down, and like you got all your Greeks and your Egyptians, all these different stories been around for so long.
Yeah, you got
Those
Gilgamesh all the
pictures
way
on the
back.
wall, those pictures on the wall, like you're freaking are basically the Bible
Mm-hmm.
stories.
I was about to say,
Stories retold
stories
by
from
other people.
Gilgamesh have been in the Bible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You just got so many different things.
But what if you floated around there? See, what if you?
I got the solution. It's the Mothman. Mothman give people.
I know what you're talking about,
stuff.
Mothman. Yeah.
Mothman be doing that. It's
Yeah,
all about
what
the Mothman.
movie did that come from?
Mothman Prophecies.
Yeah, Mothman. There it is.
But
yeah.
the movie sucks. But what's
Oh, okay.
the movie sucks. But the actual stories behind Mothman are pretty. Like people say they feel premonitions of like stuff that's happening soon or like during that time.
Yeah.
Because of that. So
Yeah.
it's Mothman.
Crazy. But yeah, what if it's like even that your premonitions and stuff like that. Well, some podcast I was listening to, he was just like, what if you like, because he's talking about death and all that. He's like, what if you just died and your body goes into a soul of another person, another little baby or something, and so all those premonitions, all those thoughts and stuff that you had as a
Going into them.
like when you and so when you and over time, kind of like Benjamin Button, and over time you lose those memories. As a soul, because you have them when you're a baby, you can't do anything with them. But then you lose them gradually as you grow older. You get new ones as new ones come in. And so when you meet somebody or you think you've met somebody that you already know, you probably already knew them.
It's called Cloud Atlas.
Fucking yeah, dude.
Hell yeah,
Fucking
son.
pull this shit around the episode, whatever that was of that damn podcast that we talked about Cloud fucking Atlas.
Fucking
One
love
of the
that
fucking
movie.
good damn movies.
That movie is the
God
joint,
damn, that's a
son.
great movie. Yeah, I got fucking excited because I love when people mention that damn movie.
It's so fucking good.
Oh my goodness, great film, great damn film,
You can
great
get that on
book
Blu-ray
too.
for cheap too, by the way.
Great book as well. Really,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to go buy it.
And I have to buy it too.
But great book. Please read the book whenever you have a chance,
so
sir.
fucking long.
I know it is long. Whenever you have a chance, though, you won't freaking regret it.
Oh.
Seriously, man. But things like that, and so that's where it took me with this episode, with this viewing of Unbreakable. It's just wow, because and then Adam telling me that, he said, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
He said it just came to me, and I was just like, wow, that's fucking dope, dude. It's like a comic book idea, just comic books being a world into other worlds, but yet you're basically something that's like the universe is pulling the strings, telling you to tell these stories. You're getting information. You're pulling information from the Ethernet of the universe of sorts, and you don't know where it's from, but you're just pulling it. It's
I know where it's
coming
from.
to us from somewhere.
I actually have a
like
source.
a frequency,
It's God.
or God.
He's
If you
just
believe
touching
in
me.
God, then it's God. Me, I always have to say that yes, I do believe in a higher being telling me these things.
It's Mothman
because
or God.
because it's like following your path and just being like, huh, yeah,
It was
that's cool.
fate for us to meet, Jerry.
Because
Your
you
big bulging
never know.
eyes
Definitely.
seem that they're very scheming.
Because there was a time where something said you should write. I'm like, huh? I'm not a
It
writer.
was the burning bush.
Because I hated writing. You know? Oh, the burning bush. I fucking saw a burning bush.
You
Bring
saw a
that shit
burning
around.
bush.
I was coming home. Let me tell the story because this is a podcast, right? Coming home Monday night, and I'm driving, right? And I'm driving by this burning bush. It's like a burning cactus bush. It's a cactus because I drive by and the stump is gone. It's like one of those smaller ones that
barrel cactus.
maybe it has all these different like leaves and shit on it, but the flame was just so beautiful. And like I slowed down because I wanted to try to call 911, but I saw other people on that, so I'm like, oh, whatever. Like I knew someone else was gonna do it because I saw this dude's phone glowing and he was kind of driving by too. I'm like, all right, now.
Yeah.
And he pulled off to the side of the road. And I was just passing by. Seriously, I would have stopped and just stared at this flame because there's something that's so beautiful about it. I'm not a pyromaniac or anything, but oh my fucking goodness,
There's something beautiful about
it was just dark night.
Dark night and a flame.
And it was just so beautiful. It wasn't like crackling. It was just like one mass of orange and yellow. And it was just so, I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't want to like stop and start recording? People was like, because it was right next to his house and another bush, another freaking a piece of foliage. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like,
right.
So it could have been worse. And it got to there, it
Yeah.
spread it to their home and it started burning shit. So yeah, I didn't want to like sit there and like, glorify their, the burning of their like their estate. So I didn't want to do
put
that.
a bunch of little emojis up on there. It's like
You're fucked.
Fire.
But then that thing, because then I started thinking about Adam. I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. I love that dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I started thinking about that project. I'm like, oh, because it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I still have it. I still got like some of those pieces. And it's such a damn good story right now, going to it and it filtered into another story that I was writing, and I'm like, oh shit, and we can put these two together. And because I remember working early morning, 5 o'clock in the morning booth, and we would just be working and we'd just be talking about it, and it just came to fruition that way. And it's those things that's what Talking with Burritos was about too. Is like a lot of those nights when we were just building prints and stuff, we were just talking about shit, just like we're doing now. Okay. Anything else that you have? Because I got a lot that I wrote down, bro. No, you good.
I noticed a lot more in this one that the framing of the movies looks like panels of the comics. Literally, I noticed that a lot more this time around. The opening scene, the whole glass. It's a panel.
Yeah.
When he's on in the train, during that time, you're looking through the seats. Panels there.
Yeah.
It's just really well shot that way. I was looking at this movie more with a technical aspect with that.
That's one thing I noticed as well. I'm like, damn, this cat is very technical in this one film. Like he's very technical. He looked at every shot, every angle was actually not organic. It was planned.
Yep.
These shots were planned. It's just like when he's looking down at here, and I think it was Mr. Glass. He had this low angle shot, and I forgot what he was doing, but he was looking downwards, and it just followed him. Yeah, from his. He was looking down at his foot, the comic book store, right? Yeah, and the dude was trying to like wheel him out. He just kept turning and turning and turning. But at that long angle shot from like his foot and looking up, oh, it's freaking beautiful. He's like, see, that's one thing about M. Night. He was very technical in that time. But do you think that later on bit him in the ass trying to be that technical?
Maybe,
and just lost sight of story?
I think he's lost sight of story a bit there.
Because what's his name? He was The Visit.
Yeah.
He was pretty technical in that one too, but
make it pretty simple on The Visit because it was the found footage movie.
Yeah.
So he was able to get away with just being organic throughout the whole thing versus having to be technical.
Yeah.
So maybe
playing out his shots and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see with the next one. I think he's doing a TV show next.
No, Wayward Pines is the one he was doing. It's his second season, I think.
I need to watch. My mom says
I think
it's really
he
good.
maybe. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good too. I think he did the. Is he?
He's got another
the
movie
showrunner, or did he just do like?
He might be a producer.
I think he did like the first episodes,
Yeah.
but I don't know how many he did of them.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up.
But yeah,
because I've been meaning to watch that, and he has another movie coming.
Yeah, he has one coming. I can't remember the title.
I remember seeing the trailer and being like, "Oh damn,
Yeah.
Shite's back!"
Yeah, and I have to say it, man. If there's any one person I would like to just interview now, it would be him.
Shaymalan, yeah.
Just about Unbreakable, just cause. And
Also,
I want to.
I just want to ask the one question: why why do you always portray yourself as a dick in your movies?
Why glorify yourself?
You know,
Why?
yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true, but you always
Show some shame.
He's anti-glorifying himself.
Yeah,
because he's always the bad person
Yeah.
in his movies. You know, this one he's a drug dealer. Fucking what's it called? He killed the wife in Signs. Trying to think of other examples. I can't remember what was he in Village?
Oh fudge! Yeah, wasn't he a driver? When the dude got out of the village, he drove by.
Yeah,
he was a driver in the car. I think
so. It's been so long.
Something
since I've
like
seen
that.
The Village.
Did I like the Village? Did I say? I think
It's
I
good.
did.
It's a good.
No,
movie.
Lady in the Lake is the one I
Lady
went to
in the
Comic
Water.
Con.
Yeah,
and I
And
came
you saw
back
it,
and I
yeah.
watched it again.
I like Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water was pretty damn good. I
You know
loved
what?
it, yeah.
A lot of people bash
It's like
that
Golden
one,
Girls,
but it's
but
good.
not.
That's got the characters.
And so, yeah,
You know,
technically,
it's
it's fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's beautifully
Oh,
shot.
good
You know,
Lord. I swear. Just, and what about the Will? I love Bruce Willis.
oh
but-
man, Willis and
But yet I can't like when I want to come to the defense of Kevin Smith.
Mhm.
You know, I don't want to think
I
that
was about
dude's
to say, I
a
know,
dick
you
to
wanna say
everybody, but I've
it's-
heard he was a dick. But in this movie, I just love
he doesn't
him.
seem like a dick.
He
you
doesn't
know?
really seem like a dick.
This is one of those performances where he
A
doesn't seem
Hollywood
like
dick because they all pretty much dicks.
Yeah,
You know,
I was
Hollywood.
about to say
but-
like he almost universally plays kind of a douchebag in a lot of roles.
Yeah.
You know, even Die Hard. You know, he's not exactly the goodest guy,
True.
the best good
Yeah.
guy. You know, he just happens to be in a bad situation and trying to get out.
yeah, definitely.
You know, it's
But
like,
he was lovable douchebag. You know.
yeah, I was about to say he's a lovable douchebag,
Yeah.
but like at the same time, he's still a douchebag.
Yeah. I love the.
You know, he's still yelling at fucking Hans Gruber, "Yo, come at me, bro! You ain't gonna come at me? I'm gonna come at you."
Oh, that was a sausage party reference, you guys. If you didn't know. Okay, so I keep going into like the introspective stuff, so I'm gonna keep with that. Let's see which one. Okay. Hold on.
Stop staring at your penis.
Oh, shooting Joseph. Sorry.
What?
Oh, no, that's a good thing. Okay, so oh yeah, another thing that made me cry is I think knowing your place in this world.
Mm-hmm. That's a deep, impactful.
That
thing.
was the deepest part of this movie that I think it missed a lot of people in just regular viewership.
You know, I want to reference that with something else because I played Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Okay.
And one of when you're finishing off the big bad guy at the end, he tells you you're not going to be remembered for anything. All you did was destroy. You never created. People remember the people who create and not destroy.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
Donald Trump. Okay. Sorry, I had to throw in that jab because it's funny.
It was a good jab.
No, definitely though.
But
Yeah.
you know, no one remembers the destroyers.
Yeah.
They always remember the creators.
So crazy. But that made me cry because I don't know it's very it's because it's with their relationship, you know, because I think we referenced this one on breaking down the Unbreakable parts 1 and 2 is the relationship between him and his husband, him and his wife. You know, you gotta know your place in the world, and the problem with his marriage was him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like he had everything. It was fucking perfect, and there's a lot of times where I think it made me cry so more so because I relates to it because I've told my wife I've had these discussions with her. I'm like I just don't fucking feel I feel out of place everywhere, you know, even within my own family. I keep telling her that stuff, you know. I don't like, you know, we try to keep open dialogue. I know it doesn't like encourage much in her. You know, she doesn't like that when I talk about those things, but you know, I try to like, you know, communicate with her because I don't like to just keep that shit bottled in because if I do, I'm gonna be fucked up. But which I am. I keep a lot of stuff in. I'll tell you that much.
You're a bottle of soda about to be popped.
That's why I like podcasting. I really do. I might just start another one like a journal.
It's gonna be called the Sadcast.
No, it's actually called something else.
It's called the Sadcast.
It's called it's just basically it'll just be me talking, but it's like like a diary, but a journal. But yeah, but because and then waking up like he has some like that question they asked. You wake up with the sadness. Do you wake up with the sad? I was like, what the fuck? It is like hit me right here. Waking up with that sadness is just not knowing what the fuck you. And I don't know why. This is just me. I question this, and I hate it. I hate that I question it in myself. That I always wonder what the fuck my purpose is. And once you start doing that, that's when you start. I don't know. I think that leads to depression. It really does when you start thinking that you're insignificant in this world. I know you suffer from depression. Do you ever think about that?
I always think I am insignificant in the world. Everyone's insignificant.
We pretty much are.
We are a speck of space dust.
Yeah. But so why is it hard for some people to just accept that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you think you're like tough shit. Then when you really realize, hey, we're nothing but stars. Or
maybe you feel that you have a greater purpose.
Yeah.
Hence, Unbreakable. What's this guy's name in the book?
It's Bill Burr.
Damn it, I totally forgot. I can't believe.
No, it's D something. DD. Dale? No.
David?
I think it might be David.
I think his name is David.
It's David.
Yeah. Well, David in the movie. Let's go with that.
David.
Let's go look it up. Fuck.
I'm like,
So we can't risk this fucking podcast.
David Dunn.
David. Okay. It did sound right.
David Dunn.
So you had the DD, David Dunn. But yeah. And so a lot of his problems in hhis relationship was him. And I think about that same thing. I don't have any problems now. I'm cool. But there's a lot of times where I was angry. A lot of times it was all me. And my wife was happy. My kids were happy. Everyone was fucking cool. But it was just me bringing down myself, trying to bring them down to my level because I was unhappy. And with him, it was just so great. I don't know. It's just so powerful to see this man was just like, who is so powerful, basically. But yet he was just struggling with it, not knowing his place in this fucking world. And knowing that he has a place, or feeling. He had a feeling that he has a place, but he just couldn't grasp it because he didn't know. But it took this maniac. I'm not even going to call him a maniac because he didn't know. Oh, he is. In hindsight, he is a fucking maniac. Yes. But it took him to give this guy some clearance, some clarity into whom he is. You know? Oh, my fucking goodness. And it's all about the people you meet in this world who bring out the good in you. Like, my boy Mikey, he always encouraged me to do things. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you guys, always like I'll tell you, it really resonates with me. After the first episodes or whatever, Talking with Burritos and stuff. What's his name brought me that Bruce Lee book. He was like, "Thank you for doing this and stuff, Josh." Yeah. And it was like, dude, if I could fucking cry, I would have cried right there because that moment was so sincere. You know, and then one time, you told me like, "Oh, thank you for doing this and stuff." And I'm just like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Yeah, what did you tell me? You said like, thank you. You said this is very something good.
You bring us together, and it feels good, you know."
And man,
it feels right.
And it just struck me, and I just loved hearing those things from people because I like to put people out there to do things, and that's why I always try to encourage folks to do something that they fucking
Jesus, double being.
To do something that they like and stuff. Yeah. And it's just like when I hear those things, it's like, oh shit. And so it's like sort of like this guy being helped by this maniac. But this man had a purpose of his own to try to find his fucking purpose. And just think about this movie of these two people on this spectrum, on this linear line together, but yet who go into basically traveling in the same direction, traveling on the same line but in opposite directions. And not knowing the purpose and stuff, but then meeting to find a purpose. It sucks the way they did it.
I don't know. I was supposed to say how it happened.
But fuck,
is not what you wanted.
But damn, it was just, I don't know. It's just finding a purpose, and what I try to preach to everyone. But yet, some people know their purpose. Some people know. Some people don't choose not to explore their purpose. Yeah. But how do you know if you don't fucking explore? Exactly. How do you know if you don't have the bravery to do that? I wrote this down. We all have strengths, but you just have to have the courage. And I think that's what I pulled from this movie more so now. It's just the philosophical elements of it was just beautiful. Like, wow, this guy was so unhappy and stuff. And in that moment when he does what he has to do, and he wakes up, he's happy. Yep. Well, he comes home, he whisks his wife up to his room and put her in bed with him just to sleep, and he just says, "I had a bad dream." And that whole bad dream was all that other shit that transpired between them and him wanting to move away and their relationship just going sour. And oh my goodness. And just going into, I'll keep going. My wife is texting me. She said, being home, don't leave me. I'm coming home soon. So we have to get Chris off to work, but maybe I'll come back and talk more about it. But fuck, I'm telling you people, God damn it. When he tells her, like when she asked him, God dang it, when she asked him like, where do you think this relationship went wrong? Do you remember what she says? What he says?
He says, what's it called? When he said he had a bad dream.
And she didn't wake up.
Yep.
Fuck! Oh, damn, that's powerful shit right there,
oh,
dude.
Man.
Oh, this is like, God damn it. Oh, my fucking goodness. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just in an emotional state right now, but oh, my dang goodness. This movie, I want to just put it on again and watch it. I'll probably watch it later on tonight. Shit. Because I got to be working early in the morning. Fuck.
Oh,
but,
no. Oh, God. Yeah, you do.
But yeah, so excited about this movie. I don't think I can go on more. Maybe I will, but you know, it's been like an hour and 40 minutes or so, give or take a few minutes.
Yeah, give or take.
So yeah, I guess I could just make this one episode and just put this up first, and then but yeah. Anything else, man, about Unbreakable? I think I might go back and talk more.
We'll need to talk more. You know what? Save it because we gotta talk about it every year.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, know?
That is true.
You know? So
but hey, okay, you guys, yeah, definitely. So if you want to hear more, we're gonna have those. I'm gonna build a blog up there, a blog for it, a blog page, and I'll put that link up on the website sooner or later, or I'll announce it on like Facebook or something like that. So you guys can go click on that link and then go visit that episode and listen to this episode and those episodes. But hey, we're gonna end that right now. Again, I might come back and talk more.
Let me pose a question.
But go ahead.
Let me pose a question to everyone so you can leave a comment on this, all right? So, you know, Bruce Willis and Elijah, they're opposites. What's your opposite person? Who is your opposite spectrum?
Do you want to know mine? I'll talk about mine later.
Oh,
I'll
I
put
already
it in the
know mine because
episode.
that was my question on Speaking of which, actually.
Yeah, that's a good question because I was going to reference that. Yeah. But I know what mine is. It fucking sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna go into it. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do a little. I call my little segment the think piece because I like to go in the think piece, and so it's a good little term. So I'm gonna call instead I'll try to go introversion because the introspective moment. No, think piece. It's called the think piece. So that's been Talking with Burritos. Thank you guys for listening. Remember to just rate and subscribe in iTunes and or just email us, or you can call us if you want. We got a number up on the website. Just leave a message. That'd be dope. If you want to answer Chris's question, please do that. Mm-hmm. Call us up. Leave a message. We would love to just play your voice message on our episode. That'd be dope. So we can listen to it and then, you know, start a conversation. I said, like, you know, if you find somebody, someone to talk to, it could be us. You know, you can talk to us. It might be kind of like touch and go. But, you know, you send a text or whatever, we'll answer. All right, you guys? So, that's been Talking with Burritos. I am Jerry, JJ Wayne Graham.
I'm Christopher the Rupel.
And that's a wrap, but not a burrito. Or a Whopperito. It's just a fucking hamburger on a tortilla. We're trying to Whopperito right now for this episode of Talking with Burritos. Hey, but we learned our lesson. And we opened it before the podcast, before actually turning on the recorder. So you don't have to hear all of that. Rapper is up that right there. You don't want to have to hear that. So we're going to try this Whopperito. And what it is a burrito, a Whopper, if you guys know what that is. A Burger King Whopper inside a tortilla. So basically, they chopped it up and they put it inside a tortilla. Sounds absolutely just as ridiculous.
I was about to say, it's got everything as a normal Whopper would. You know, it's got your lettuce, your tomato, your pickle.
Except the good ass bun, though.
Yeah, except
all right,
the bun.
Here we go with trying this. What? I taste the meat.
I taste it too.
That's
about
what
it.
basically
I
is
taste a
known for.
little
Burger
bit-
King is known for.
I taste like a little bit of a kick. I think I got some of the sauce.
Oh, did you? I didn't get much of the sauce though.
It tastes. It's got like a little bit of a kick. I don't know past that.
Mine doesn't have any sauce. I don't think. I haven't tasted it.
Like it's very minuscule. It's interesting to have a pickle in there, but it doesn't really take away from anything or add to anything.
Yeah,
Same thing with like having tomato or
it's not like
lettuce
one of
in
those
there.
added bonuses. Yeah,
It's like having lettuce or tomato in there. You know, it's not really an added bonus.
yeah. It's there. You know it's there,
Yeah.
and it's like kind of okay. Let's gloss over that. This is some AMR shit right here.
Right. I wouldn't.
We're eating a burrito. You hear it? I hate AMR shit. Have you ever been on that?
You're really.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're really hidden. Like, oh, at least on my headphones. I don't know if you're really loud just on mine.
Oh, okay. Sorry. But do you like AMR? Have you listened to AMR stuff?
AMR? I don't think so.
You don't know what AMR is?
No.
I don't know what it is either, but I know it has something to do with people recording themselves doing certain things, like us eating the burrito, like all those sounds. I guess
People are really into that and stuff.
I don't understand why.
I don't get it either.
Why? Because this girl was like, I am
Maybe it's people who are
opening
dieting
a
and they're like,
burrito.
I really want that.
Maybe. So they watch you and they like the
They're
sound of it,
watching,
like
they're
they
just
hear it.
"Ooh,
Hear you opening a tortilla. Shouldn't stick to your teeth. I'm just saying that.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know that's like, you know, not that's a
That's what I'm
store
saying.
bought
I'll tell
tortilla.
You, I'll tell you one thing. At least the tortilla isn't god awful. Like it doesn't have that awful lard taste to it. Like
That's
most
true.
fast food ones.
They're not
do.
bad. Yeah.
Well, I'm not angry that I got it. Got to try it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy that I got to try it.
Yeah, because at least you can say
I
you
tried
tried
it.
it. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because all
at
these
the
damn
same time-
commercials. You know, normally, most times, like the Cheeto fries,
The mac and Cheetos.
mac and Cheetos, you
Yeah.
say, "Oh, I want to try that," but then you never do
I
because
know. I never did.
it doesn't
I'm
really seem
pissed.
practical in the moment most times. Or when you get there, you usually stick with your staple.
I'm pretty sure what Burger King's been doing recently is they're doing something new each month.
Because
that's
kind of
what-
roll out different products.
Exactly. And maybe by the next fiscal year, they'll be like, yo, this sold really well, so let's keep that on or something. I
It's
don't know.
possible.
Could be. I don't think this one would make it, though. You know, it's nothing great. It's just a generic burrito.
Totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's my rating of
Yeah.
this. Like, why? Why not just order a burrito, a freaking
I would rather
hamburger,
go to Taco
man?
Bell. I would rather just go to
I'd
Taco
rather just
Bell
go to Taco Bell or just
or
order a
an actual
hamburger,
place.
a Whopper.
Yeah,
It'll probably
Whopper.
I think you'll be more satisfied with the Whopper. This one, it really doesn't serve you much of a
You'd
purpose.
be more satisfied with any
'Cause,
other thing from their
Yes.
menu.
If you're
Yeah.
looking for a burrito, then just go get a damn burrito
Taco Bell, go
from a
to
place
Los
that
Betos,
freaking
go
serves
somewhere.
burritos like hot dogs.
Yeah.
Go to a hot dog place.
I'm surprised they still have the hot dogs.
But did you? Me too. Did you like them though?
It was okay. Like it, I would rather have a Wiener Schnitzel hot dog, or just make my own hot dogs because I buy Costco ones and what's it
They're
called?
great.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Costco hot dogs are the best. I love them. I don't eat any other hot dogs. And nowadays, if I run out and I have to go to the store and buy it, I'm never satisfied with what I buy at the store.
Mhm.
So, and it's one thing. I don't eat hot dogs at work either because I just don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
they're aight.
You would think though. Yeah, they're alright, but
I liked them better when they were Nathan's.
yeah. Oh, okay.
When they were the
yeah.
Nathan's
Nathan's,
ones,
yeah.
they were way better. Because that's
We're doing some
that's
like
huge brand.
inconveniencing. You know what I'm saying? We're like drinking stuff, we're
Mhm.
eating. But